out by US President Donald Trump. He said that the new strikes by Israel and Iran would not affect his administration's peace talks with Tehran. Is that even possible? He also said that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu doesn't call the shots, and he said that it's not going to have any impact on the deal as he is the one who always calls the shots. So if Donald Trump is always calling the shots, does that mean whatever we are seeing that's happening, that is also part of Trump's larger gambit? So yes, I call the shots, the deal is alive. Saul, do you think the deal is still alive?
The Murtada?
Yeah, the ceasefire agreement, the talks that were on, do you think the deal that Donald Trump is talking about, the deal between Iran and America, do you think that's still alive?
It's impossible to say. It's very, very hard to know when you're dealing with the Iranian regime. When they say there's a deal, there might be a deal. The main thing that Trump wants and has been dealing with from the start, from the very first day of the conflict on the 28th of February, was to try and prevent the oil markets from taking a bad reaction. And in that regard, he has been quite successful. He has pretty much kept the price of oil below $100. I don't know what it is at this very moment, but yesterday it was $90. It's probably a bit higher by now. And that is a tremendous achievement. The Iranians in the beginning were very angry about this. They accused him of jawboning, in other words, using his statements to try and keep the price low. And that's exactly what he was doing. And every action that he's been taking, all the times he tells us that there's about to be a deal tomorrow, and whenever there's a end-of-week announcement, just time for the oil markets. My guess is exactly what happened yesterday is the reason the Iranians decided to kick things off on a Sunday night, just before the oil markets are due to open, is because they had a hunch that the Americans and the Israelis, or perhaps just the Israelis or just the Americans, were about to come back for a third round of strikes against them. And they wanted to do it on their own terms. They wanted to do it at a time when it would cause maximum oil pressure. And that's why they picked
and
that
if
point.
the escalation continues, it's only natural for the oil markets to be on the boil once again. But thank you so much, gentlemen. That's all the time we have on this broadcast. But as we're tracking all the developments that are coming in, we're telling you about who's calling the shots. Donald Trump says that these strikes won't impact the peace deal. He's saying that he calls all the shots. And Netanyahu is not the one taking the calls. For now, he's urging restraint. He wants diplomacy. And he's insisting that the peace deal is still alive. And he's also, as per reports, told Netanyahu that he's close to doing something good. But let's talk about Netanyahu's actions as well. He's authorized the strikes on Beirut suburbs, and also these were the first Beirut strikes amid the truce push that happened. The escalation for now has triggered Iranian retaliation. Iran for now is saying that red lines have been crossed. Israel is saying that Tehran must burn tonight. So this is the situation as it stands. With that, it's time for us viewers to slip into a short commercial break. We'll be back with more news and updates.